getting into it today from the Outloud group. Hi, I'm Cait, and I'm here with Brad and Joel, and we're going to talk about the Super Bowl 2019.
Hello from Detroit.
We're going to get straight into the winners and losers from last night's Super Bowl. Joel, do you want to start off? What was your big winner or big loser? Either one.
Winner goes to Microsoft and their adaptive controller. Like, that was, it was amazing. That was absolutely incredible, and I totally, in the midst of, all of that, I choked up. I teared up because that was a really beautiful thing. So kudos goes to Microsoft.
One of my winners, Google, for their translation device, and that is another thing about bringing everyone together, letting us all communicate, and kind of that sense of community over everything that's going on in the world right now and throughout the rest of the commercials. I think that kind of stood on its own and looked really good.
Was that your favorite?
Not my absolute favorite.
What was your absolute favorite?
I have to think. I'm going through all of our winners, and I'm going to think about what my favorite is.
Okay, so hold on, folks. Kate's top is coming soon. Stay tuned. One of the winners that I saw on a very different level was Bud Light. Bud Light, building off their incredibly successful medieval Dilly Dilly campaign, talking about how is Bud Light different from their competitors in a way that's unequivocally good. People hate corn syrup, rightfully so, and I think this is a clear differentiator from Bud Light. So it wasn't just funny and cute. It was, we're very different from Miller Lite and we're very different from Coors Light. So I loved that ad for Bud Light.
It was clever.
All right, so let's talk about maybe some other losers then, right? So we talked a lot about winners.
Right.
What other losers did you guys see?
Most of the commercials, the vast majority of them, spineless, gutless, barely funny.
So which ones in particular? What ones did you think just didn't resonate?
The M&Ms, it's like kids fighting in the back of the car, really? Like, okay.
Yeah, the chocolate butter angle didn't get it. Bon and Vive, the new spirits company, the beverage spirits company with the mermaids and the sharks.
Was that the seltzer?
Yes, spiked seltzer.
Right, yeah. That was just...
This is not compelling.
What were they doing?
I don't know.
What that
It seemed like a huge myth.
Talking about losers, Olay. God, that was dumb. That was so dumb.
Yeah.
I didn't hate that commercial.
Speaking of inappropriate, let's get into avocados from Mexico, right? So it just didn't seem like it landed in general. They were trying to be almost creepy, weird with the human canine show, but it just didn't feel like it landed. It was a miss, and definitely one of the losers from
That
Super
was
Bowl.
an immediate, when I saw that, I was like, that's going to be a problem tomorrow, the next week. This is, an issue. So that was one that just kind of missed it for me. And also, I've never seen that brand. I don't really think about a brand when I'm buying avocados, as a millennial who likes avocado toast. I'm not thinking about that. So I don't know. That was also a miss for me.
One thing that I liked overall was that it seemed like marketers finally got the idea that half of the people watching the Super Bowl are women.
Yes.
So let's really target women.
Right.
And so Serena and Bumble in the first in the first segment of commercials, I think, did a really good job talking about women's empowerment.
Yes.
My personal favorite was the Tony Harris one with the Toyota RAV4. Being from Detroit too, got to give a quick shout out to Detroit. Second female to ever get a football scholarship playing in East LA Community College, so that was fantastic.
Right, and it's just a great point to make that before this year, only a fourth of the Super Bowl ads were targeted toward women, and it's like we're 50% of the base watching it. We're all there. Men don't like football any more than women do, so it's like we're there, and it's finally time that they're targeting us with these ads, because it's just, a better bang for your buck that way, honestly.
Let's just dive into the themes. I think we've talked about a couple of them so far. So one is the tech companies playing on emotions, trying to build that personal connection with the audience. Two is women empowerment, or at a minimum focusing on women. So the Olay ad, I don't think that was about women's empowerment, but at least it was targeted towards women.
Right, it was a women's product.
Yeah. And then to me, the third one is sort of this fear of artificial intelligence and listening. So Pringles played off that. Simply Safe, first home security company to do an advertisement in the Super Bowl. Props to Simply Safe, great ad. They played off of that as well. And then, of course, Amazon had the Alexa ad that was part of it. So clearly a huge theme in marketing and really in tech today. We saw that in the Super Bowl.
Right, and then the TurboTax with the younger child robot saying that, he'll never be able to have emotion, so he can never be a TurboTax assistant.
Just feel for him.
That was
creepy.
cute.
It was creepy.
It was weird.
It
was.
I thought it was cute.
No, it was creepy.
I thought of my favorite. before you get into
what's your favorite?
The T-Mobile commercials. So
yes.
I love those little texting. I think, we need to show this to the audience. Those texting commercials were so funny. Just the one where it was like, I'm here from the Lyft driver, where they partnered with Lyft at the end. Mm-hmm. And she was like, thank you so much. I really need you here. And he was like, I mean, I'm outside. I'm your Lyft driver.
Just legitimately funny Super Bowl commercials where it got a real laugh out of me. Mm-hmm. Hyundai. Yes. And the elevator to all these awful experiences. Right. That was brilliant. Like, car buying sucks. They got it. The root canal. The talk. Yes. That was amazing. Mm-hmm. And then I would say like the minute 30 Alexa. And that was funny because they addressed head on like people think our stuff is scary, right? And like they took it on the chin themselves, and like they rightfully poke fun of themselves. So I liked that as well. All right, here what did we not see this year that we did see a lot of last year? Influencers. We did not get any big YouTube celebrities. We didn't get any big streamers.
Thank you guys so much for talking about this with me. This was the first Super Bowl I think I actually watched through and through. Game was super boring, but the commercials were interesting. So glad we got to talk about it, give some of our perspective as an influencer marketing agency. Thank you guys for talking with me. Follow us on social media. There's tons more ads we can talk about. If you want to dive into it, just message us, DM us, and we'll be sure to do an episode about it in the future. Thank you so much, and goodbye from Detroit.